Hello there. Today I'm taking a look at a rather interesting Australian wine. So I have a bottle here of David Traeger's Maranoa Verdelho from 2017. This is from the Nagambie Lakes area in Victoria. So we're in the Goulburn Valley in an area that has the cooling influences of these shallow lakes and of the Goulburn River, and allows mid-weight white dry wines to be made. I mean, one thinks of Marsannas coming from this region as well. So there are quite a lot of historic sort of styles. I mean, Maranoa is an estate that first planted Verdelho in the 1870s, evidently. So there's a long history of it there. And I mean, David Trager himself has been making wine since 1973, so he's coming up to 50 vintages now, and has been, originally he was the assistant winemaker at Michelton for quite a while, but when he went out on his own in 1990 he started making Verdelho, and has actually become recognised as one of the sort of best producers of quite a traditional old-fashioned style, designed to age in bottle, an oak style, but suited for quite long maturation. The wine is quite simply made. I mean, I'm guessing it will be hand-picked. It ferments in stainless steel tanks. It'll age in those tanks for 4 to 6 months, with its yeast lees being stirred occasionally, so giving it some richness and some roundness. They'll be relatively ripe grapes anyway. But this is a wine to age in bottle for 10 to 12 years or so, quite happily, and it will gain sort of rich honeyed notes in the way that, say, a Hunter Valley Semillon will gain almost toasty notes, as if the wine had seen oak when it never has. But so let's have a look at the wine and see what we think of this. It's medium yellow. There may be greenish tints there. I think the wine has 13% alcohol. 13.9 it says, so I'm slightly underestimating that. Yes, actually it is. So showing some heavy tears, quite obviously. The aromas have a sort of a flinty note. There's a minerality that suggests to me that the wine has probably been fermented with its natural yeasts. There's a sort of a gunflint, gunpowder sort of note to it, and that's overlying sort of mineral notes and perhaps some hints of white peach, and perhaps a sort of a slightly honeyed note. I mean, it's 2017, this is coming up for 6 years of age, so it's been in bottle a little while. It'll be in bottle relatively young, as I say, 6 months aging prior to bottling. So let's have a taste and see what we think. It's a dry wine with medium to good acidity. There is a freshness to it, but it's not sharp. So there's enough acidity to lift it. But what we're starting to see with a 6-year-old wine is the start of some sort of slightly honeyed, toasty notes coming from bottle development. And they're overlying a mid-weight, sort of peachy, maybe a slightly waxy note to the wine. There's good acidity. The finish is fresh. The alcohol, even at nearly 14%, isn't sort of impinging to overlay the fruit in a way that is unharmonious. The flavours are lasting quite nicely, and the minerality of the crispness is there on the finish to keep that nice and clean. So yes, that was David Traeger's Maranoa Verdelho, the 2017 vintage of that. An interesting wine, worth looking out for. Hope you found that interesting. Do please follow us. Do also feel free to like and share the video, and most of all, I hope you'll join us again. Bye now.